Good morning. My name is Lorette Farris. I am the business strategist with iBoss Inc. iBoss puts on these pitch me events in order to give entrepreneurs a space to help investors understand who they are, what they do, and what they're looking for. Today we have a presentation that is about a socially conscious business, but first we're going to start by understanding who our panelists are.
Hi, yes, my name is Daryl Spears. I am an angel investor. I am the owner of EliteConversations.com, and we help business owners create pies to grow their business. It's through a 4-level phase. We help them perfect their process and planning. We help them increase their income. We help them expand their exposure, and we help them solidify their sales. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Daryl.
Good morning, Lorette. Hakeem Dyer, founding partner of Dyer Birmingham. We work with early stage companies doing capital formation. We help them with their strategic planning and to help them grow. We also invest along the way.
Thank you so much, Hakeem.
Hi, my name is Pierre Walters. I'm the creative director, senior director, and co-founder of Blue Artists, which is a creative agency and marketing firm that focuses on brand expansion and support. I'm a crowd investor, and I'm pleased to be here today.
Thank you so much, Pierre. And without further ado, we are going to bring you our first presenter, Julie Pittman.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
My name is Julie Pittman, and I am the formulator, creator, and founder of iCARE. I am also the mother of 4 kids and have reached a place in our lives where 3 out of my 4 kids are college age, college bound. This is child number 3. This is my son, Mark. He just completed his first semester freshman year at Hampton University, his dad's alma mater, in my major, journalism, and was very, very excited to be there and to go away to college. And as happy a moment as this was, it was also a bitter sadness for me and my ex-husband, in that we had not saved enough to finance Mark's education. And he is a very studious, responsible young man, and he felt bad at the idea that he would complete his college education hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. But we said to him, we believe that there is another way, there is something that we could do. And so he band with his brothers and his sisters, and we decided that we would do more and make sure that he was not alone. And we knew that there would be other students and other people who would actually need the same kind of help that he would need. In 2016, more than 20 million students entered college, which is a 5.2 million person increase in enrollments just since the year 2000. Now, students aren't stopping from enrolling in school, but the debt is mounting up and opportunities to finance education are getting less and less. As a matter of fact, right now, to get into school, it's more than 50% of it is coming from stress and debt. 36% in loans, families having to put together money to help kids get to school, or students having to get jobs, and which of course takes away from their time to study and the stresses that come along, worrying about money and education. This really does hit home because Mark's 2 older sisters, in pursuit of higher education, went and got part-time jobs in order to finance their education, and like so many other college students, ended up in retail Hades, dropping out of school because with the part-time job came other expenses besides school and education. Now, we know that fundraising is not a new thing. People have been fundraising forever and a day. But when it comes to college level expenses, it takes more than pizzas and wrapping paper and candy bars to raise enough money to make a significant dent in college education. But the fundraising industry is, students raise over $2 billion every year in fundraisers. But at the same time, we have to think outside of the box, because now when you're talking about college-bound students, you're talking about millennials who are thinking in a very different way. And so as one who is a person, an entrepreneur myself, and knowing this, you've got to know who you're working with. And millennials need a different way, technology, and they're also concerned about products and things that are green friendly, that are healthy, and different things like that. Something that they can really get behind and really enjoy working with. So our kids and I got together and we came up with iCARE for college iCARE.com, which is featuring an E4 solution. That is economic empowerment for education through entrepreneurship. And we know in entrepreneurship, it's not just about knowing who your market is, it's also about really believing in a product that you can get behind. And so we came out with iCARE, all natural botanical body care products. So there is the product. We are rolling out some 11 different products that students and the families that support them can get behind. But the iCARE for College training program is a training and product program for college-bound students that age range between 8th grade up to senior year in college. That is an e-commerce entrepreneurship program that helps students to fund their education from their backpack and their cell phones. So within this program, not only is a student going to learn entrepreneurship in a training format, utilizing products that they can appreciate, that they can use in school, that their families and the people that they're going to be talking to will enjoy, but it's also going to be something that's supportive to the parents and the families that are supporting them, with no delivering products, no waiting for pickups, no selling things that make us sick or fat. And at the same time, the profit margins that we're able to offer each one in the sales force is a range of $5 to $20 per unit. And on the company side, we're still earning between $5 and $17 per unit, and simultaneously creating a scholarship fund that will, with every sale of every unit, $2 to $5 going in to a scholarship fund. I've been an entrepreneur for some 35 years, and I always believe in win-win-win situations. So what we have taken is 35 years of my experience in sales, in holistic skin and body care, and my children, who have also been taught about entrepreneurship and have been babies that lived on the body butters and things that I made for them. And we have partnering into a $58 billion a year body care industry, as well as a multi-billion-dollar fundraising industry to offer students and their supporters the kind of personal economic empowerment as well as scholarships, so that our students will not only be able to come out with debt-free for college, but also with a continuous income that's monthly while they're in school, and also they're making a further contribution to the community by being ones who are responsible for funding going in to the scholarship program. Now, in order to succeed, we're also looking at other venues. So we not only will have the students as well as their family members and supporters as a sales force, but iCARE products will also be offered to businesses that are supportive of education in the community, in that in a business-to-business relationship, a portion of those proceeds will also go into the iCARE Scholarship Fund. We will be competing with high-end body care products, because our products are all organic. The essential oils and everything are all pure essential oils, not fragrance oils, not chemicals. So very, very healthy and compatible with people who are allergic and different things like that. So we are competitive price-wise as well as quality-wise with your higher-end body care products. And we also have a plan to use infomercials as well as television and other media, as of course in social media, to move the product. We are now in our bridge funding phase to begin packaging the company for compliance for our first capital raise, as well as the legal and consulting, what have you, that's necessary in those associated costs. We are seeking a $50,000 bridge with a 10% annual return for a term of 1 year, and an opportunity to receive all or part of repayment in iCARE stock at a 20% discount.
Excellent. Good job. Great job. Julie. Yeah, that was an excellent presentation, and one of the things I'm so passionate about is college education. For me, it touches home. I have a freshman that just started at Maryland, so I understand the cost and what it takes to get her there. And the second point is, when I was in college, I had to start my own business to really pay for college. I started a vending business to help pay my way through college, which was good. And looking at your presentation, the main question I want to ask is for the students, in the process of selling, do they have to physically sell this product, or do you provide them an online source where they can hand a card and people can go there and purchase the product?
Part of the bridge funding, and one of the consultants is one who will be able to build us a replicated website. Millennials like to do things quickly. They like to work smart instead of hard. So that's why we eliminated the need for having to carry inventory. It's an option because there's some people you might, because we have 11 different streams of income to work from, there may be one particular one that catches on. Say, for instance, our Cala butter. People love body butter. So it may be that the student is selling so much that they keep it on hand because people kind of want it right now. So they'll always have the option to purchase inventory if they desire to do so. However, we want to keep things simple as possible. So that's why we said our students would be running their business from their cell phone and their backpack. So what we're seeking to do is to create replicated websites for each student. The program will have a feed for you to receive training as well as samples of all of the product, so that if someone decides they want to try, buy, and like, then the student will have something on hand for people to touch and feel. If they like, they break out their cell phone, they key in the order, iCARE ships directly to the customer. So the student nor the parent has to go through issues of delivery and stockpiling products and things like that.
Yeah, that was my biggest concern.
Yes.
It's one of the reasons I went into vending, because I can earn money and go to school.
Exactly,
and,
and
just go back.
that's the whole
that's a great
point. Not
resource.
having, like my two daughters, being so distracted with the demands of a part-time job that it eats into their study time.
Exactly.
Julie. Just echo it right here. All right, so I'm getting clearer on the distribution model. When you started this, it sounds like a multi-level marketing thing, but that's not it. It's a direct selling, well, not direct selling, it's an internet-based, I'm getting comfortable with the distribution model. Who's the manufacturer? Are you a manufacturer, or is it a contract manufacturer relationship? How do you know that you can deliver the product that is, adequately scaled to the volume of the demand, and how do you fund the working capital for that production?
Well, that goes back to the 30 years that I've been a handcrafter of products. So I have, over the years, created relationships with, currently, right now, I have a lab that I work with that helped me to, I'm an herbalist. And so, but when it comes to science and how to put it together, I have worked with an organic lab in Oregon for the last 15, 20 years. And so the ability, and that particular lab already services large cosmetic companies of other types. And so I have the relationship already established with them, so that in large quantities, in drums as big as 55-gallon drums of the butters and different things like that, is already in place and just waiting for the financial trigger to be pulled. So that relationship, knowing that we have a personal goal over the next 3 years to help at least 600 students raise at least $2,500, because we know that's a meal plan. That's a residential plan. So the need for a large quantity of what we're doing, I sort of thought ahead for that and have created the relationship with the lab that can fulfill.
Excellent.
volume.
I mean, my son's halfway through sophomore year, so I totally understand the need, right? Last question. What's the split? How do you make money? I get the students are going to make some money.
Yes.
But you must be able to set some kind of a wholesale price and then know that you've got a margin in here too.
The beautiful thing about the cosmetic industry as a whole, which is where I have spent my entire life's work, is from a business standpoint, cosmetics has the highest markup of all products on the market. So at a price point of $27, for instance, for our Cala butter, we are able to give the student $5 on each unit. We're able to put $5 per unit into the iCARE Scholarship Fund, and we still, as a company, walk away with the rest. I mean, that's and the actual cost to produce that jar of butter is about $3. So the profit margins that are involved in body care and cosmetics as an industry whole, if you're just not greedy. And what we've done is, in most fundraisers, the students are making somewhere between 5 and 15% on every unit sold. When I looked at this thing and said, if I take the volume and let the student take the lion's share of the overall profit, I still make great money. And so, as an example, if we help 600 students over the next 3 years to generate their $2,500, that works out to about $1.5 million in college funding for students. iCARE earns $1.2 million. So it's really, again, that win-win model that grows exponentially, and of course, as our volume goes up, cost of production comes down, and profits for us go even better, and at the same time, we're helping the community in all kinds of ways, both personally and as a group.
Got it. Thank you.
Julie, yeah, this is very, very interesting. I don't have any kids in college. I don't have any kids. Okay, so
Just keep living, y'all.
my question is, it's twofold. What makes iCARE a compelling alternative to other healthcare products that are on the market? But specifically, what makes students a compelling sales force for this product, and to whom are they selling?
Okay, so the key thing with iCARE is, one, iCARE taps in to the commitment, one, to green products, to products that are free of chemicals and things like that. That's one of the reasons why we're able to command a higher price point, because when you're using, for instance, pure essential oils versus fragrance oils, there is a consumer group that knows the difference. College students alone, they have $117 billion in disposable income, and they spend $7.6 billion of that on body care products alone. 75% of all purchases made in a fundraising format are purchased by family members. So one of the biggest complaints with family members is the pizzas, the cookies, and pies, and all of that, and you're only buying wrapping paper seasonally or what have you. And so this is a product that appeals not just from the purity of it, its natural botanicals, and the health picture that it presents, but it's also something that's making, I think we can create a lot of brand loyalty because of the contribution that we're making to the community at large. As for who the students are selling to, they're selling to themselves because it's products that they enjoy, and it resonates with their belief about what they should be putting on and in their bodies, but it's also resonating with their family and their friends and their closest things. In the entrepreneurship program, we will be teaching them how to reach out to others. I've been a salesperson my entire life. If I know nothing else, I know and love sales. That's a part of what comes in the economic empowerment portion and training of the program. We will teach them salesmanship skills that they will be able to take from iCARE into other areas of their life.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
So Julie, thank you so much for that presentation. We appreciate it, and we thank the panel for being so receptive to what we had to say. I am looking forward to moving over to the quote-unquote couch so that we can speak to our presenters a little more in detail about their businesses. So thank you again for joining us today on Pitch Me.
Thank you.
Thank you.